I told myself that I wasn't going to go in point by point and break down the points made by the same mediocre crop of grifters and what they have to say about Leslie Headland, because what's the point, right? Any response is going to just be met with yeah, but and what's the point? But God, these people are so fucking annoying.
Result, Headland predicted a move towards a world where the content being made about Star Wars will be more culturally impactful than actual Star Wars. For once, Leslie and I are in complete agreement, but only because Star Wars made itself culturally irrelevant by becoming a dull, unimaginative corporate product instead of the artistic vision of a passionate creative.
This is a lie. He doesn't care about that. None of them care about that. We kind of were getting that with the Acolyte, but they ended up just calling it Leslie Headland's therapy session or Leslie Headland's fan fiction. People like this don't actually want Star Wars to be creative, because the minute they get something that is actually creative, unique, innovative, a little subversive, they cry, piss and shit their diapers, and complain that the lead character is black or a woman.
And a mouthpiece for divisive and tedious identity politics that gradually pushed away its own audience.
My point, exactly. Also, tedious identity politics? Coming from the man who decided to play a random game of Spot the White Man in his video about the Acolyte trailer.
For example, check out this collection of Jedi Padawans and see if you can identify the one demographic that's mysteriously left out.
Also, are the tedious identity politics in the Acolyte in the room with us? Where are they? I'm not talking about interviews where someone jokes about C-3PO being gay, or the casting of an Asian man and a black woman in the lead roles. Where in the text of the show is this tedious identity politics that are like ruining everything? Where are they? I'll wait to see them.
Instead of being an escape route to a fantastical world of adventure and heroism in a galaxy far, far away, it instead got saddled with all the baggage, gripes, and mundane grievances of modern culture.
Translation: the world is too woke. I want to use fiction to escape that world and enter one that's more to my liking. Namely, straight and white, probably Christian. And because this thing isn't doing that, it's bad. Next up, this.
On top of that, if we're making it a financial issue, like if she's saying these people are doing this because there's a lot of money to be made, is she essentially saying that the only reason anybody criticized the Acolyte was to make a quick buck?
No shit!
Of course they are. All of them are. It's the easiest content to make.
There are some of them that I respect, and there are some of them that I think are absolutely snake oil salesmen, just opportunists. I would like to question whether or not she can make that line clear, right?
You know, I bet you would put into question whether or not she can make that line clear, because supposed ambiguity in what these grifters do on the regular is precisely how they're able to get away with doing it. It's not rocket science. I can put it very simply. If you are a person who's ever made content reacting negatively to an innocuous joke about a character maybe being gay, you are not critiquing in good faith. You have a bias, a very negative bias, and a very hateful bias, which puts into question literally anything you have to say in critique of a thing. Simple?
I understand what she's saying by there are snake oil salesmen within these commentary communities. I definitely agree that there are some bad actors that do this.
Don't worry, guys. Not her, though. Not her whatsoever. No bias here. Completely objective.
A lot of people that are going to say things entirely one way, regardless of their true feelings, because they know what really extreme parts of the fandom are going to want to hear.
Every single person who's come out with something negative to say in response to Leslie Headland all come from the same pathetic school of media analysis and media criticism. That is to say, they suck and are bad at it. So bad, it seems, they still haven't realized that any time anyone calls out bad faith actors in the fandom and people like this respond negatively, We know who the bad faith actors are. Ultimately, the thing that really frustrates me about this whole thing, really chaps my ass cheeks, is that these people who insist that Hollywood should listen to them because they know how to right the ship are the same people who are saying, why would Hollywood listen to us? We're just YouTubers. What are you talking about? Which, of course, we know is bullshit because we have CEOs of major studios parroting the same inane bullshit grifter talking points, messaging, over storytelling, blah 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 blah. Now that's bad. So this whole negative reaction by the same bad faith actors to what Leslie Headland said is stupid because one, it's nothing more than a self-report, and two, she's right. On the most basic level, she is right. Studios are looking to the internet and social media as a focus group for what to do. It's why so many projects, predominantly those starring people of color and queer people, have been dropped off the face of the earth or changed so drastically as to be non-existent from its original context and sucking. These are all things that Disney does because they want to make people like Critical Drinker, Snarky J, and the rest happy for some reason. And all Leslie Headland is saying is, that's maybe not good